Max, watch that top.
Yeah, I actually have.
Yes, guys, how you doing? My name is Max Kelly, and we are back at Parkrun once again. And this week we have made a return to my home Parkrun course. This is just a mile from where I live, and this one has been requested a number of times because, well, last few times I've been at this Parkrun, I have not been successful, and I've not done very well. So today we are coming back to my home Parkrun to see if we can get the first place today. And as you can see, this one is hotly contested, and there are over 800 Parkrunners today, and I can tell you there are a number of strong runners for me to keep up with today. This is the Cheltenham Parkrun. And it's at this point on my usual parkrun videos where I put a little cry out for help to see where I'm going to be at next week parkrun. But oh no, things are going to change because this week I'm asking for requests of who I should challenge at parkrun. Be an influencer, be a YouTuber, be a professional runner. Leave a comment down below on who you would like to see me challenge at parkrun next time. And I will do my very best to message them and get this collaboration sorted. So leave a comment down below.
You all good?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Still trying to sort of recover from quite a marathon where I did a hamstring, so.
Ooh.
That's alright.
Alright then, coming up to the 500 metre mark, and this parkrun is a lovely one. It is, of course, my hometown, and this one is run predominantly on grass with a 200 or 300 metre section of path as well. This one is a 2-lapper, and it is run around the Pittville Park Lake. Wonderful parkrun here, and the weather was absolutely splendid for this one today. So with us then, we've got Rob in front of us. Rob is an absolute legend of parkrun, and we've got young Jake as well. Jake is on an absolute flyer at the moment, so three of us competing for it at the front in the early stages. Now, this week I've had somewhat of an epiphany watching all of the London Marathon content. I've been so consumed by seeing so many of these incredible stories from the men and women that raced last weekend. Now, as you will well know, I am taking part in the London Marathon next year. Well, I hope to take part in the London Marathon 2027. Now, there's only one small problem with that. To get an entry, I need to meet the championship entry standard, which currently sits at a half marathon as 1 hour, 11 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, I've teamed up with Koros. As you guys know, it's now official, me and Koros will be supporting me on this journey to get to that London Marathon. That's the first K, by the way, in a 3:08. All the splits are, of course, provided by my Koros Pace 4 watch. So as I was saying, to qualify for London next year, I'm going after a championship entry, which means I need to run a time of 1 hour, 11 minutes and 30 seconds or faster. Now, my training will not just depend on these all-out parkrun sessions. I can reveal just 30 minutes before this parkrun started, I finished the last rep at the track, where I did 20 by 400 meters, with the 400 meter reps broken down into blocks of 5, and each block of 5 we would increase the pace by 1 second. So by the end of the session, we were going pretty much at 5k pace. Now, according to my Koros watch right now, I am in the optimized training zone. So I am rapidly making improvements to my running fitness. And that's going to be so important because on June the 7th, I am taking part in the Swansea Half Marathon. Not only that, but I am going after a championship qualifying time here for London. This is such an important race to me. My current PB for that distance is 69 minutes, 31 seconds. I'm fortunate I've got two teammates, Alex Lee, Ben Price. They are both taking part in this half marathon as well. And hopefully we can form somewhat of a pack because we're both, well, all three of us are going to be going after that sub 69, 68 something. And of course, Koros will be there powering me along. I know that I've got to average no slower than 3:16 per kilometre. Come on, Maxi boy, you have got this. Alright, that was me going the wrong way there, but lucky Rob was on hand to keep me on the straight and narrow and tell me the right direction. That's the first mile as well in a 5:14, so we're keeping things quite controlled early on. Nothing too silly, but we are feeling that track session beforehand. Now, talking of the track, on the 22nd of May, we have the Comeback 5000. If you've seen any of my videos, you might have seen that I did that one last year on the quest to get sub 15, and we did 15 flat, so we broke my heart last year, but we're back with a vengeance this year. That one's coming up towards the end of this month, and I think my goal for that one is got to be to go faster than the 5k a few weeks ago. So we'll be looking to target 14:40 something is the plan. I've not done a track race this year, but I've put the spikes on for the first time at track last week, and I am raring to go in that one. There we go, second kilometre in a 3:21, as to be expected, slower than the first kilometre because the second half of each lap is hillier, and you'll notice on the fourth kilometre as well, we will be slower than the third kilometre. Anyway, in holiday news coming up next week, we've got a golf holiday coming to Marbella next week, me and the lads. I'll look forward to that one, but for now, let's just tuck in behind Rob and let him do all of the work.
Anything else lined up?
Comeback 5000. You.
Sure, now this was a warm one today, guys, and with summer coming up and me about to dive straight into some midsummer half marathon training, hydration's not just a nice to have, it actually affects your performance, your energy, everything. Here's the best bit most people miss. It's not just about drinking water, which was the mistake I definitely was making. When you sweat, you're losing key minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and even things like calcium as well. And those are what control things like muscle function, hydration, balance, and even focus. Now that's why I've been using Invigorate. You will hear me always talk about Invigorate. That's my friend Joe. He owns Invigorate with his cousin. Now Invigorate, they sell electrolytes and they've got a proper balance of bioavailable forms so your body can actually absorb them properly and stay hydrated at the cellular level, not just temporarily. And sodium helps you retain fluid and stay hydrated, and this is what's inside their electrolytes. The potassium too supports muscle function, and the magnesium helps with things like muscle recovery and reducing cramps, and that's something I've struggled with in the past. So especially for running on those longer runs, hydrating with Invigorate halfway through my runs makes one hell of a difference. Now on screen is a discount code that you can use to give you 25% off. Not only that, there is a bundle deal on when you buy 2 packs of electrolytes from Invigorate. You'll get a completely free water bottle. I'll leave the link below in the description. Jump on board with Invigorate and you'll see your running performance improve over the summer months. Alright guys, that is 2.8 kilometers of running done. We're now into the last half of this park run and we're on the second of 2 laps as well. Now I will say today's workout, and this is one hell of a workout, the park run and the track session beforehand, we racked up 24 kilometers. Not only that, but we had our first league game of the cricket season. I went straight to cricket after this one and managed to bowl 10 overs. I took no wickets, terrible, bowled pretty tidily, but for all you cricket fans, I will leave all my stats on screen now. Talking of stats, there's the 3rd kilometre in a 3:20. Now, I've got a little bit of favour to ask my fellow subscribers, viewers, friends, runners, park runners, whatever you want to call yourself. There is a Hackney Half Marathon coming up in a few weeks' time, and I did this one a few years ago and had an absolute stinker of a run, and I want to return and get my payback on this race. Unfortunately, the race has sold out, and it's sold out pretty instantly, and I don't expect to be taking part this year, but if anyone knows of any entries going, I've seen it's going to be hopefully quite competitive this year, and I'd like to challenge myself and beat my time from a few years ago. I think I ran 1:12 there, and I'm certainly backed myself to run a lot faster than that now. If anyone knows any entries that are going, or any way that I can pick up an entry, that would be fantastic. I've seen Nick Bester will be there, and I fancy taking him on in this half marathon. He'll probably beat me. In fact, he definitely will beat me. But it'd be nice to get some footage at the start line, chasing him down for the first few kilometres at least. If any of you guys do have any way of letting me know how I can get into this one, leave a comment down below or message me on Instagram. I'll leave my handle on there. If you want to follow my Instagram as well, by all means do. It's pretty crap and boring, but my Instagram handle is on screen as well. That's it for me now, guys. I'm going to stop babbling on just for a few seconds longer and let Rob and my heavy breathing take over. Okay guys, for those of you who don't know, Rob is a few years older than me, but what it is great to see, isn't it good to see gingers taking over the parkrun world? 2 gingers at the very front of this parkrun, showing everyone else how it is done. Up the Ron Weasleys. Heart rate 198. My word, my heart rate is always so high. Now, something I forgot to mention as well, as always, we do a segment on the channel of what is on my feet and the footwear weapons of choice. This week were the Adidas Pro 4. No, not the 97-gram shoes that Sawe wore for his sub-2 marathon at London last weekend, but these are the Pro 4 models, and I've got to say, I'm not actually a massive fan of these anymore. My mate Dylan, who you saw on the start line, he told me that I said these were the best shoe. I probably fibbed if I said they were the best shoe. They really aren't. I like them for training. I wore them at the track and they were comfy, but I just don't think they've got the speed in them. I'm actually going to go back to my trusty kit runs next weekend, or for races, as I've mentioned in my previous parkrun videos, it's always going to be the Puma Fast R's for now. I will try those Adidas Evo 3s, I think they're called, but I think they're going to break the bank. To be honest with you, I do think they are probably the best shoe on the market right now, but for that price, they're probably going to be, what, 400 or 500 quid. I just can't really justify it. And looking at some of those videos, they snap after the first race as well. 4th K, there we go, 3:24. As I did mention, it would be a little bit slower. Rob is right behind me. He's not gone anywhere. And we now start our last kilometre as we head towards home. This will get quite congested, so buckle up because this one does get quite Max, you've let yourself down because what you've not done is you've not said thank you to all those volunteers, the marshals, all the legends that put this parkrun on. So thank you guys. You guys are on screen now. You do a great job. Really well supported and well volunteered event today. So thank you for all of that. Anyway, back to the action. We've got less than 800 meters to go. We've got a downhill section here, then over the bridge, and then it is one long lap of the football pitch before a nice sprint finish. Let's see how this one's going to
go. Keep right.
Guys.
Hold on.
He's coming through, man. Right.
Hold on, Julia. Jules.
Okay guys, then we're coming towards the last 500 meters, and you probably want to hear and see more of the action than listen to me talk. As always guys, let me know in the comments down below where you think I should go for my next parkrun, and who you think I should be taking on in a parkrun video, in a collab or in a race, whatever you think it is, even though parkrun isn't a race, I must remember that. Also, if you know of anyone selling a Hackney half marathon, I don't even know if I can say that, but if anyone's got a Hackney half marathon entry or any information on that whatsoever, please let me know. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. It's 400 meters to go. I will leave you to watch me and Rob sprint it out in a sprint finish. Thank you to Rob as well. Legend, what a legend of a man. Thank you very much guys. See you as always in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye. Keep right. Keep right. Keep right. Keep right. Thank you. Yo, how are you that fit with a bad heart?
It's annoying, I can't.
Thank God.